Papa Constantinou has been attending. He said that even though his country is doing what it can to crack down on tax evasion, it's a difficult task in the midst of a recession.
Even though tax evasion is a chronic problem in my country, a lot has happened in the last 2 years to try and get compliance up and change the rules of the game. We've been putting people in jail for tax offenses, which was not done before. We've changed the legal environment, we changed the justice system, the way it's been treated. We've given carrots and sticks. However, it is very, very difficult to increase compliance at the time of a deep recession. And this is not an excuse, because compliance is actually up.
Well, Julia Chatterley is in Athens and has been speaking to another former finance minister. Julia, take it away.
Thanks very much, Becky. Yes, I spoke to Stefanos Manos earlier today. He's the current leader of the Drasi party and a known reformist, but also understanding the need for austerity measures in this country and also how essential it is to keep Greece in the Eurozone. And I started by asking him just how the next coalition, whenever it gets formed, is going to be able to implement the reforms needed, given that previous governments have struggled so much. Listening to what he had to say.
The hope is that there's going to be a new mix of people. And the new people will make things move ahead again, because we've had two parties for the last 35 years. And we have to face the facts. They are responsible for the situation we're in now. So if there's a change of people, as it seems highly probable, I guess that we'll start moving again.
But your party didn't manage to get the 3% it needs to get into Parliament. So is the message getting lost?
We're in coalition with another party which was in a similar situation, and the two together we seem to be able to get into the Parliament and make a difference, because both of us have very much at our heart is reform.
So if the same thing happened again, would you consider being absorbed into a different party in order to get into government so that you could influence policy?
No, I don't think this would work out this way. What we strive to do is get into Parliament, and then we will work with whoever is in power to get these reforms moving.
I certainly sense a lot of anger from the people here. Do they need to take more responsibility, though, for what's happened to the country, in your view?
Well, they do, but they're angry. And when you are very angry, it's very difficult to talk sense to people. They're just angry at this moment.
We keep hearing that 80% of this population want to remain in the euro, and the leaders of the main parties are reiterating that message too. But just how committed do you think Syriza is actually to keeping Greece in the euro, given their policy rhetoric?
Well, when you listen to what they're saying, it means we're going out of Europe. But it's not clear whether they realize that or if they don't, because they've never had the experience of actually being in government. So they are saying something which sounds nice to people, but it's completely in opposition with the purpose of staying in Europe.
Do you think they don't understand, or do you think they're lying?
Well, there might be a dose of both.
That was Stefanos Manos, leader of the Drasi political party, and there's more of that interview on Squawk Box tomorrow morning. But for now, Becky, it's back to you.
OK, Julia, thank you very much for that. So we're going to go for a quick break. Still to come on Closing Bell. After a very busy day on the European markets, we'll take a closer look at the European indices and the prospects of the CAC 40. We'll be right back.
You're watching European Closing Bell.